We are off to the movies now. He's played many iconic characters over the years, but Harrison Ford has once again donned the hat and whip for the fifth and final instalment of Indiana Jones.
15 years on from the last sequel, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny brings out old villains and new faces for one last adventure. Weekend Sunrise movie man Jason Jabba Davis has more.
Finding himself approaching retirement, Indy wrestles with fitting into a world that seems to have outgrown him.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps not.
But as an all-too-familiar evil returns, Indy gears up for one final swashbuckling adventure to make sure an ancient dial doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
It's how hard you believe it.
And stepping into the shoes of the legendary Steven Spielberg is new director James Mangold.
Action is an essential element of what an Indiana Jones film is. Our goal was to do as much as we could for real.
When you're able to keep it real, that feels more visceral for the audience.
Harrison still has that brash indie attitude. Get back!
Speaking of newcomers, Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Shaunette Renée Wilson also join the cast.
Phoebe and Shaunette, great to see your faces again on the big screen and, of course, here on the small screen on Aussie TV on Weekend Sunrise as Helena Wombat Shaw and Agent Mason. Congratulations, what a heap of fun. Phoebe, let's start with you. Tell us about Helena Shaw, how she fits into the story and how on earth she has the very Australian nickname of Wombat.
Helena is Indy's goddaughter. He had a very close relationship with her father many years ago, and then her father sadly died, and she felt a little bit left behind by Indy. But Wombat, we don't actually go into that. He just called her Wombat, I think. I loved it in the script, but I don't actually know where that came from.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move.
I need to get out of here.
Stop!
Sorry.
Helena!
Shaunette, let's deal with Agent Mason. Is she a goodie or a baddie, and how does she fit into the Dial of Destiny?
I think it's definitely ambiguous because she's working alongside of who we consider the baddies. No, who are the baddies? They're Nazis. But I think she's just kind of stuck in the middle of following orders and kind of beholden to, her position, her job.
Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelts. There might be some turbulence.
The Dial of Destiny is the last adventure for Indiana Jones. Does this set you up as the new Indy, Phoebe?
I don't think there can be a new Indy, and I don't think this does set me up as it. I think it's the end. I think it's the end. If Helena goes on to have more adventures, that would be really, really cool, but I just don't think anyone could touch that hat.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is in cinemas now.
A few times in my life I've seen things.
I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father.
Sorry!
But I've been looking for this all my life.
And for more on what to watch these school holidays, you can catch Jabba's school holiday movie special today at midday on 7. I've seen it. It is fantastic. It's exactly as advertised. If you're an Indiana Jones fan, make sure you go and see it.
And if you're not?
Go see it anyway, because it's a great
it.
big screen film. And I think from him, I caught up with him earlier on in the week.
Look at us name-dropping, Harrison and I.
But there's a real nostalgia for him and a real gratitude, I think, for playing one of what has been the most incredible roles in cinemas over the last 50 years.
Well said. A decade and a half later and he's still got it?
Yeah, still got it. Yeah. And they make him sort of young in the first opening scenes of the film, which is not a surprise, not a spoiler, but he's quite hot still.
Should we let Australia know that you caught up with him recently?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
did I mention that?
Yeah.